Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna let a few folks get in here and shit. Let's talk about support. What is support? What does support look like to you? What does support look like? What's up with this conversation we're having right now? I'm not understanding everybody's like being real hell bent lately on support. What does support look like to you? Cause I don't understand what's going on right now. Like you got a young lady being attacked for wanting support from her own city. Then you got you know people over 30 begging for support from a city that they bash all the time and don't even live in no more. So I'm just trying to figure out like what's y'all's definition of support? Like what does that look like to you? And of course, like you have the argument that most people that support you aren't gonna be from where you're from or whatever. Like I get it, and then you got people who have the mindset of, oh, I need to outgrow my city first. I mean, and you can look at it from both perspectives, right? A little, but what are people expecting when it comes to support? Like, are you expecting people to like buy your product? Are you looking for people to click the like button? You know, the share button? Are you expecting them to get in the comments? Are you expecting them to stream your music? Are you expecting a hoorah? I don't want you to fail. What is it that people want when it comes to support? Or what do they deem as the support they are looking for? Like, what is it? Because I think it's, support isn't always something you can see or touch. I don't understand what the frustration is for people. And then you want support from a place you don't want the love from. Like, I just see this particular individual talk a lot of trash about Augusta, but then say they don't support him, and it's like, why should we? I mean, and then you got to think like, with support, is it a good product? Is it a good product? I don't really expect any. Maybe that's the problem. Is support and expectation? Is that what it is? because we do something, we expect people to like it just because we did it? Is that what it is? Why don't we spend more time investing in those that do support us instead of worrying about who don't? I feel like it's counterproductive to be worrying about who don't support you. That is a waste of time, in my personal opinion. So, what is it that people want? Like, what do the people deem as support? Because I mean, some of it look like begging, the other part look like bitching. So, what is it that you want? Like, what does support look like to you? Matter of fact, let's see. Like, I want to know from the people what support is supposed to be. Because I'm not no genius. I don't know everything. But I would like to know what the people deem as support. Like, are you expecting everybody to like you? Because that's a little idiotic. When we start something, what are the expectations of the people around you? Like, are you making something that appeals to them or just you? I mean, cause yeah, like I can support somebody from a distance if they provide a product that don't appeal to me. Like I want you to win. Hoorah! That's support, right? Like what do people want? What do the people deem as support, man? What is support? Because people getting bashed for support, for wanting support. There are people that are getting bashed for begging for support. What is it? What is support? What does it look like? Because I'm trying to figure it out. I'm green. I don't know nothing. I really want to know. Because I'm just not understanding why. Like, say for example, one person's begging for people to love his music from Augusta. Don't live in Augusta, but wants Augusta to love his music. And here's the thing: Augusta just might not like it, and that's okay. But there's like my boy Bobby Boucher say, it's what 8 billion people in this world, and you worry about 200,000. And maybe if you're begging for support, maybe there's something to look at. Like maybe you're not providing the best product or service. Just because you did it, don't mean I'm supposed to like it. And I cannot like it and still support you because I want you to win. But what is it? What does support look like to people these days? Like, am I supposed to like share all your shit or like screenshot and like post it on my story or something? Tag you? Like, what is it? Because I feel like support means a bunch of different things. Not necessarily I have to buy your product per se. Help me understand what the hoopla is. Because I can't seem to put my finger on why exactly everybody's just so caught up in this whole support drama. I mean, if you're gonna be nosy, at least get in the comments and answer the question. I don't think we should expect people to support us. I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. Maybe I don't. I have zero expectations of people. You know, if you support something I got going on, I greatly appreciate it. But do I expect your support? No. I'm gonna do what I enjoy, and if you fuck with it, cool. And if you don't, it's cool. Somebody will. But what is it? Like, what does support look like to y'all? Help me understand. People all in the uproar, they're making big paragraphs and stuff. I mean, I agree. I think it's that simple too. You know, Kendrick, appreciate the comment, bro. I don't know what people's expectations or their definition of support really is. Like, what do people want from your supporters? Like, what is that? What does a supporter look like to you? Because you might not know. Some people just may watch from a distance. Maybe that works better for them, and they silently do want you to win. Or maybe they're looking to see you be consistent before they just jump off the porch and blindly, just be like, yeah, it could be a phase, it could be a hobby, it could be something you're not even taking serious, but you want everybody else to. And again, I think it goes back to like I feel like paying attention to who does support you more than who doesn't is what's important, rather than sitting here getting on the internet and fucking crying. Oh my god, I guess it doesn't support me. It don't support me. I guess it doesn't support me. Oh my god, like some people might support consistency. Because motherfuckers coming up with ideas every day, be. That don't mean you're gonna be consistent or serious or you know. I don't know. I don't know. There's just so many people out here. I feel like there's an opportunity for everybody to get support. It's just everybody wants it, and it seems like in proximity, like everybody wants the people around them to support them. When there's so many other people out there that may need the service you're providing or be more inclined to support you because they don't know you. Sometimes knowing you gives people an excuse not to support you. Kendrick says some people want to feel the love. They understand that they have to ignore the bullshit, But until they jump off the porch, they don't understand the feeling. Um, yeah, you could say that. And but what is feeling the love? Like, are we talking about business? Are we talking about love? Cause I mean, there ain't that much love in business. You know what I mean? Like, my kid love me, but that don't necessarily make me no money. You know what I mean? And like, and I feel like that's the problem. Like, people start a business and be wanting love. No, I want your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you love my business, that's icing on the cake, right? Yeah, there ain't that much love in business, dog. Like, I don't understand. Like, why you think family members fall out over business? Friends fall out over business? Cause ain't no love in that shit. And and again, like, I think the love comes in providing a good product if it's business. I mean, because if you want me to spend my time, effort, and or money, it to me that means there's business involved. And if I don't love your business, I can't necessarily show you love, if that makes sense. You know, I just don't get it. Like, what is it? Like, why is this everybody screaming from the mountaintop? I need you to support me. I need you to support me. Like, I mean, god damn. And again, like, support is can come from all type of different ways. It could mean, yes, I'm a person that pushes the share button. Yes, it could mean that person that pushes the like button. It could be that person that shows up every single time you pop out somewhere. It could be that person that, you know what, they don't do none of them things, but they watch everything you do. I think if people want, you gotta provide something for people to love, for them to love it. I don't have to love your shit to support it. Like, if my partner opened a smoothie bar and I don't drink fucking smoothies, he can't be mad at me if I ain't buying no smoothies. I'm like, bro, you don't support me, nigga. I don't drink smoothies. Oh, that can't be. That gotta be spam. Um, but yeah, like if like I'm a single guy, my homegirl, she might start a lingerie business. I support her. That don't mean I'm gonna buy some lingerie. That ain't for me. If I happen to get in a relationship or something, maybe that makes more sense. Now I can financially invest. You know what I mean? But like, I don't have to always buy your shit to support you, or I don't know. I don't know. Maybe my expectations of people is too low. I don't get it. And then maybe I don't know. Like I said, maybe it comes down to, are you consistent? Is the product good? It's a combination of things that come with support. Like, I don't expect everybody to just stop what they doing when I do something. No, like, I don't know. Maybe you got to give people time. Maybe they don't like it at first, or maybe they got to get used to it. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe that's me. Maybe it's me. Maybe I expect so little from people I don't understand. You know. I mean, and again, do I? I think it's. I don't necessarily think it's right or wrong. I don't. I personally don't agree with it, but I don't expect everybody next to me to support me. Like, I don't think that's a realistic expectation. Because some people might not like what you're doing. Help me. What do y'all deem as support? What is support supposed to look like to y'all? Is it because you made a T-shirt? I'm supposed to buy it, or is it a cheer from the stands like, yo, I want you to win, or is it like I said, something as little as pushing the like button or the share button, or I don't know. My definition of support just comes with providing a good product. And maybe I don't need your services yet. And when I do, I will. But begging for support, I think, is like the wrong approach. And complaining about it. And like, ain't nothing wrong with complaining in private. You can complain by yourself. But just like bitching to the whole world about, oh my God, my city doesn't support me. The world is so much bigger than Augusta or your city. There's so many more people out here. Daz, what's happening? What is support means a lot. Can be someone buying something, sharing a post for your business, word of mouth. I agree, and that's why I say support comes in so many different ways, right? It don't necessarily mean you gotta buy my shirt because I made a shirt. Maybe you didn't like that shirt. Maybe you'll like the next shirt. You know what I mean? Like I said, maybe I didn't need your services right now, or maybe it don't make sense for me today. Dom, what up? And I totally agree with it. It comes in so many different facets, right? Like I said, it could be the hoorah, I want you to win, but you don't do something I like. But I don't want you to fail either. And what's up, bro? We gotta talk too. I gotta update you on some shit, bro. Cause I feel like me and you had this conversation when you first moved to Texas, and I'm kind of dealing with it in a way, you know. But support could be anything, bro. Like, I be wondering what kind of support people be wanting. Is it like I said? Do you want people to like push the share button for you? Because pushing the share button don't always give you like ROI, return on investment. You know what I mean? Like, oh, word, 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 word. But when I get off here, I'll fucking hit you. You know, I just don't be understanding because like if you've been looking at the internet lately, the last couple of days, it's just been this uproar of like support. Oh, I guess support me. Oh, fucking crying, bitches and shit like that. And it's like people gotta understand that maybe why they be wanting everybody to fucking like you. Everybody ain't gotta like what you do. Okay, you can't expect everybody to like it. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jordan, one of the best players ever. Do everybody like him? No. Do a lot of people, more people like him than not? Sure, absolutely. You know, I spend very little time worrying about who don't fucking support me. That's a waste of time. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand what they want, and like and one person's cry for help, I guess, is in reference to I get more love on my music outside of Augusta, and that's fine, bro. Nobody gives a fuck. Like somebody gonna like it, G. Just cause we ain't like it here, don't mean somebody ain't gonna like it elsewhere. Exactly. Like go where you're wanted. Like I've met so many people that make a living off of music that ain't fucking famous, and they ain't out here begging. They go where they booked. Like I just, or even like if you start a business, it's like, look, again, maybe they don't like the business. That don't mean they want you to fail. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't need your services just yet. Maybe it don't make sense today. Maybe that drink you made ain't coming the flavor that tickled they fancy. That that made what I'm saying? I don't know. And again, there are some people like even like my tattoo artist. I supported him from a distance for a long time before I ever gave him any money. You know what I mean? I watched him grow. I saw the consistency, and as he got better and better and better and better, I said, you know what? I'm about to go spend some money. And I've been there ever since. And like you say, and like it says in the comments, you ever thought it could be you? Maybe you providing the wrong type of product. I mean, some all dope ain't selling. Sometimes it's just the salesman. And even the best salesman don't win all the time. He didn't become the best by winning every time. And it's like, I just don't be understanding why, like, for sure. I'm gonna hit you, G. But I just don't be understanding what people be wanting. Like, you just want your ego stroke. Love don't make money. I ain't never seen a dollar that had a heart on it. I don't know, man. I just be trying to understand. What is it? What is support to you? And and I and I and I've said that before. I agree. I do think it's an ego thing. a lot of people want to be the biggest fish in the smallest pond, and I get it. I guess I want you should want to be big. I guess, but big don't always mean best. I don't know. I mean, I think we gotta put aside our egos for sure. And again, popularity don't always make money. That's not always lucrative. It can be for sure, but I don't know. But okay, so popularity doesn't always mean you're providing a good product either, though, right? So, is the goal to be supported? I don't. And popularity doesn't always mean longevity either. A match don't burn for a long time. I mean, I guess is it ego or is like do everybody consider support financial? I feel like that you could say that as well. I feel like that I feel like that's something you could argue as well. If you're worried about who's supporting you, I feel like you're showing a lack of confidence in yourself. Um, yeah, yeah, I could agree with that. Um, because I mean, you should be worried about who does support you, right? The opposite, rather than the glass being half empty. Let's look at it half full. You know what I mean? I definitely fuck with that. I mean, and but does more support make you more confident? And then again, it still goes back to product. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what trends are, right? I mean, but again, like Squirt, what's happening, my boy? Um, I don't know. But see, riding the wave is trendy, right? That's a trend when you ride the wave, I guess. But riding a wave doesn't mean that shit's gonna lead you like acknowledging that an individual has put in the work in their craft. Okay, okay, I like that. I like that. For shallow people, Nino says, for shallow people, the ones doing it for the money and not for the love of the craft, they indulge in it. Okay, so I feel like that's a twofold thing, right? So supporting what's popular is easy. I've always said that, right? Supporting what's popular is an easy thing to do, but supporting quality isn't always popular. Um, I'm not right now, only because again, like I'm getting the kinks worked out, my boy. But So I feel like supporting a quality product has more longevity than supporting what's popular. More support can be a breaking point as well. Get there too fast and keep up with the man, and now what you're doing isn't your best work. True, true, that's true. So, is it? Do people want like that flash in the pan support? Is that what it is? Like they want the? Is it the instant gratification that everybody's looking for, rather than the support that came with the grind, like with the good, the bad, the ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather you support me not only because it's me, but because I'm providing you a product or service that you want. You know what I mean? Like if I'm selling something that don't appeal to you, even though you're my partner or you know me, I can't expect you to buy it. Does that make sense? Like, but nor do I expect you to push the share button because again, you it's not something you like. But that same person can want me to win. Imagine if Flow was ran by a local celebrity. You think it would be bigger? Um, Bigger doesn't mean better, and I feel like bigger doesn't mean better, and just because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean it, that's hard for me to answer, bro. Honestly, I can't. I don't know if I can give a real answer to that because just because somebody else is doing it, or if somebody, I guess, quote unquote, more popular or whatever, did it, I can't say it would mean it's a better product just because it was more people. Like to me, a lot of people doesn't mean a good product. But again, like I'm looking at it, maybe I just wear a different shade of glasses. You know what I'm saying? Like I know the average consumer deems good as a lot most times. You does that make sense? I mean, but to your point, Squirt, like I feel like rather than asking people to love the product isn't the right approach. People have to want it for themselves. And like bit into six how do I pronounce that shit? Sixto? To Sixto point, like just big fast don't mean big long in short. You know, I've sold a lot of things, legal and illegal. And every product I sold didn't sell to somebody I knew or hung with, whether it was legal or illegal. Like it was either they bought it when it was time for them, or it was a product they already wanted. And then once, okay, let me slow down. I'm a good salesperson, right? And I know I can sell a bad product to anybody, but that doesn't mean they're gonna buy it again. You know what I mean? Like they'll buy it because it's me, right? Like you can get away with that. but that doesn't give you longevity. That doesn't mean that person is gonna buy it again. You might have got them off the strength, and then they realize it's a bad product, or it didn't taste good, or it didn't sound good, or it didn't fit well, or the quality wasn't good, or whatever the fuck, or or it's convenient. But that doesn't mean they're gonna buy it again unless there was quality there. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I know as long as I've been in sales, you can get away and even make a lot of money off selling a bad product. But I've learned you make more money selling a good product to a little bit of people rather than selling a bad product to a lot of people, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have a repeat customer than a one time customer. That's and maybe that's what I deem as support. Like, I want to provide a product good enough to where you want it regardless. Because I've set the expectation for this product to be good. I mean, so I don't want to get too far off topic, but for people that are begging for the support, do you want the support because you did it, or do you want the support because you're doing a good job at it? You know what I mean? Like, good quality, consistent sales, longevity for making bread. Bad quality or short sales, money eventually stops coming in. Yeah, for sure. If you're that flash in the pan, but and again, I want to. Should we support bad stuff? That's kind of like what Wallow was getting, kind of shitted on about, where he was like, stop blindly supporting black business. Support good business. Nah, uh, nah, not a new camera. Just worked out some kinks. And right now I'm in a position to where I gotta focus on working harder for me. Nah, but so like, what is what are these people asking for when it comes to support? Because again, like, to me, I've noticed in certain aspects, like, I'll come across people and they'll be like, "Bro, I see what you're doing," but they might not like nothing, share nothing, say nothing. You know what I mean? To me, that's still support. I even look at the motherfucker that don't like me, that I know watch my shit. That's support, right? Oh shit, my bad. As much as we want to support good business, people get a little taste of some decent money. The quality of the product decreases. Um, that tends to happen at times, because, well, okay, sometimes people scale up too fast, and it can affect quality control. Sometimes looking to grow too fast can definitely mess up quality control. Um, until somebody they fuck with start showing you love, now they being fuck with you. Um, but again, you got to remember what we said earlier, right, Squirt? Um, it's easy for people to support what somebody already does. You know what I mean? You got to think. A lot of people are like ants. You know what I mean? They're gonna follow the person that's in front of them. So a lot of people aren't necessarily thinking for themselves, and that's what makes popularity easy to follow because it's like, oh, such and such did it, so I guess it's good, or such and such is there, so I guess it's good. I guess I should go. Just speaking of my Sixto says, just speaking of myself, when I first started my food truck business, I was more upset that people I consider my friends never came and got food from me. They would support by sharing my posts, and it took me like a year to realize that was also supporting me as well because now they coworkers, friends, family coming. And sometimes it's a timing thing as well. Correct. And that goes to what we were speaking about earlier. Maybe the maybe it just wasn't a good timing for them as the consumer. Maybe they wanted to see consistency with you. Maybe you didn't provide a dish that they prefer. That don't mean your food not good. You know what I'm saying? So you know, in like you said, and that agrees to what we were talking about, where support can just come from so many different ways, right? That don't necessarily they put the dollar in your hand, but they may have said, "Hey, such and such got a food truck." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily eat hibachi all the time, but when I got a taste for some shit, I'll get some fucking hibachi. And if I know somebody that fucking make hibachi, I'll fucking hit them up. You know, and like you said, it is sometimes it's timing. Maybe they wasn't hungry that day, or maybe they had already cooked. Maybe eating out just didn't make sense right now, or maybe you just happen to be located on the side of town I just don't go to, and it's just out my way. I'm glad you're here, brother. No, 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 no. There's been not just you, G. No, it's not just you, G. But I'm asking questions just based on the uproar of the whole like people talking about what you said. You know what I'm saying? Because it was your post, bro, and a young lady's post that kind of developed this conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what is it? I'm glad you're here because I actually wanted to ask you, what is it in your case? What is it that you're not getting from Augusta? You know what I mean? Because I know you'll directly call out Augusta in reference to not getting support and you getting more support outside the city type shit. So, I mean, but like to say you control the algorithm, I'm not trying to even get into that part, but I'm really asking a bigger question because I'm not trying to be shady. Because I'm genuinely asking questions. Like I'm not. Oh shit. I'm not necessarily looking to like throw shade at nobody or nothing. I'm just speaking on the conversation just because it's been a thing. Well, for I guess for context, Darius Alexander is originally from Augusta, if I'm not mistaken. Moved to either Charlotte, I believe, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but makes music, right? And recently there was a post he made in reference to not getting support and getting more support outside of the city. And then I guess maybe his post triggered other people to make similar posts in reference to not being supported by either Augusta or the city they're from or something of that nature, right? So for me, I just seen a bunch of people just going in on the whole like support, 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 whatever whatever their take on it, their outlook, opinion, da da da. You know what I mean? So for me, it was just like, what is it that people are actually asking for when they say they want support? You know what I mean? That's the question. That's the conversation for me. I don't know about anybody else. I'm not being shady. I'm not trying to like, I'm just coming from the outside looking in, just to get an understanding of okay, there's all kinds of what we could call support, and that can come from all different directions, all different shapes, sizes, colors, or whatever. So it's more of a conversation about what are we asking for support to look like. Like what are we expecting it to look like? That's the conversation. But yeah, so that's the question. Like, what are we expecting? What we are asking, like, with this support we're asking for to look like? Like, what is that? Um, what is that? What are we really asking? Are we wanting people to like? I don't know. I'm just throwing shit at the wall here. Are we asking people to stream? Are we asking people to push the like button, the share button? Are we asking for them to buy the product? Like, what are we asking for? And again, like support doesn't always mean it's gonna come in proximity. Like it's not gonna necessarily come from the people closest to you all the time. You know what I mean? Now that you have full context, I don't think bro opinion was wrong. I don't. I mean, but again, it's all opinions, right? We're all entitled to that. So I don't necessarily think there's a right or wrong answer. Um, in this case, I think support is extremely opinionated. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different ways to look at it. But what I'm saying is like when it comes to your city, like what are you expecting from them? If it's about your hometown, like if we're gonna be specific, you know what I mean? Like I don't. I guess I don't know, man. Like because sometimes it be looking like begging, and then other times it be looking like bitching. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm just trying to. I'm having the conversation just because I'm just it's just come across my timeline like 20,000 fucking times. Okay, And Darius, bro, like the whole I control the algorithm thing, that's kind of arrogant, bro. It's just, bro, it sparked a conversation, G. I mean, and and maybe I'm genuinely having a conversation here. I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not doing none of that. All right, but Darius, bro, what's wrong, G? And again, like I'm not mad at you, and I'm just trying to understand, like, what is it that you need from us? And when I say us, just because I'm here in Augusta, you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, like I want to be fair. I'm not trying to say any my opinion is right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like support can come from anywhere. It don't necessarily have to be from here. I mean, that's dope. You know, I mean, that's dope. Like, and I just, and again, I want to make sure I boil it back to like, what kind of support are we actually asking for when we're making these cries for help? And I call it a cry for help because to me it looks more like a gripe or a complaint. When if you're getting the love elsewhere, I mean, shit, it is what it is, yo. Like, I don't know. I just don't walk around expecting everybody to like me. And I'm not saying everybody should think like me either. I think bro just want his hometown to root for him. That ain't hard to ask for. But if he's seeing support from Augusta for Augusta, what? That ain't hard to ask for. But if he's seeing support for Augusta locals, they got the city photo. What? I mean, but okay. So anyway, just to respond, um, you can want your hometown to root for you, but like, at what point, like, are we beating a dead horse? I mean, and I say beating a dead horse because this is not the first time. Okay, this is not the first time. Right. I mean, cause but but why are we asking for it? Maybe that's the real question. I mean, and you can want your hometown to root for you. You know what I mean? Like, you can want that. I want a lot of shit. I want a fucking Bentley, nigga. They say ask and you shall receive. Um, maybe. I mean, like, okay, so to me, asking means there's a lack of quality of product. If I'm asking for your support, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm asking the wrong question. Like, maybe I'm one of them, I'm just one of the people like if it's dope, I'll buy it. If it's not, I won't. And then once you do got something dope, I'll buy it. I just didn't buy this one. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it like, just because my boy got a clothing line, right? That don't mean I'm gonna buy every one of his shirts. I think because Brianna Lever says, I think because, God damn it, y'all typing for real this time. Brianna Lever says, I think because people see others being validated by their hometown, but they're not being validated. Oh, fucking A. But they're not getting the same validation and it makes them feel less of a person. That's a possibility. No lie, I make more outside of the CSRA, but I still do pop up events here just because this home and doors open every day. True. Um, Squirt says, when I first moved here, trying to make a name for myself as a DJ, I learned with time. With time, some don't like my style of DJing, others truly do love it. All that to see. People support, learn to appreciate. Yeah, I mean, but again, like that boils back to what we were talking about earlier. Like sometimes support comes with time. Maybe you just not what they used to, or maybe it's just too new to them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like even with like let's say for example, a new restaurant opens up. It might take a few of your people to come back to you and be like, man, that shit was cool. Like, you should try it out. And then you go. You know what I mean? But see, that's the thing. See, the word that keeps popping up is feel. The word feel keeps popping up. And I feel like we have to talk about that. Because what you feel like you should get may not be reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you feel like your city should support you or you feel like somebody should be doing some shit, don't mean that's actually what it is. Yeah, I do. Nah, but feelings, right, aren't necessarily always reality, right? Is that fair to say? So, because we do something and we're from Augusta, you feel like the city should support you. Like they're supposed to do that. People are more in their feelings nowadays when it maybe isn't for you. I mean, but people got to understand, and this goes back to something I said before. We can't expect everybody to fucking like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you not for everybody, but there is somebody for you. More or less, they are supposed to, especially if the product is good, but it may be overlooked. Um, People ain't supposed to do a goddamn thing, even if the product is good. Because again, like the product can be good, right? Let's say the product is good. Maybe I don't need it right now. Maybe it's out of my budget. Maybe, like we said earlier, the timing is bad, or maybe I'm just not used to it. David Taylor says, agreed. I was just about to say that a lot of time we mix emotions with actual business or reality, which should never be the case. Your own bloodline couldn't support you, so why should your expectations be that be that a group of people that stay in the environment is obligated to? Facts. Opportunity. Jaquil says, opportunity is real, to be honest. You can't get support if you don't even get an opportunity to display your talent. Well, okay, so if we're going to open that can of worms, opportunity, hmm, hmm, everybody has opportunity. I mean, in today's world, when it comes to technology and things of that nature, there's always an opportunity. You know what I mean? But again, but again, like, do even if you get an opportunity, why are we expecting? I don't know. I just don't expect the people closest to me to always like what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't always like what my homeboys got going on. That don't mean I want them to fail. Or that doesn't mean like again, like I don't know. Um, like let's say like my homeboy made T-shirts. I'm not gonna buy every T-shirt. I'm gonna buy the fucking shirts I like. And that doesn't mean I don't support him. You just ain't made nothing I like yet. Not the Eminem voice. You got me weak. Lose yourself in the music the moment you. Nah, but we're like for example, right? I know for a fact there's members of my family that don't support what I do, and it might, and it's solely because they don't fucking drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sitting here crying because they don't fucking support me. They don't drink. Why would I expect them to come by and drink from me? And I'm not mad at them for not buying a drink, bro. They don't fucking drink. So it's like, and again, like, even when I mentioned my tattoo artist, right? I didn't like him at first because he wasn't that good. But I watched him grow. I watched him grow. That don't mean I just waited. I waited to see him get better. And then when the product was good, boom. I've been in his pocket ever since. Oh, he been in my pocket ever since, rather. Squirt says a person may not listen to rap. That don't mean they don't support a friend or family pursuing a career in that field. Correct. I ain't gotta ever listen to your music, but I want you to win. I want you to be able to. I want you to be able to put clothes on your back. You know what I'm saying? Food on your plate. You know what I'm saying? Shelter. All that. That don't. That don't. That don't mean I gotta play your music or buy your album. And then of course this is in the reference to rap specifically, but in anything like I've never bought Six Stone food. I don't think so. At least if I did, I don't remember. But I don't mean I don't want that man to win. And then if I happen to stumble across this man's truck and I'm hungry, I'm gonna buy some fucking food. And that's fine, bro. And that's the thing, right? Everything ain't for everybody. And I think that's the problem. Like we be having these expectations of people just because we know them or we be around them. Just because you around them don't mean they like what you do or they like the product you serving. But the person next to that person might. I'd rather focus on the person that do. Who gives a shit if they from Augusta or not? I mean, and timing does have something to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, Jakil Hicks says it's a lot of talent in the CSRA. Sometimes competitions just seem very biased. Yeah, competition just seem very biased for real, for real. That's what I mean by opportunity. One person shouldn't be able to dictate a person's opportunity. So you want like some gatekeeper type shit? Um, I know what you mean, and I can't sit here and act like that don't exist in a sense. To where like I guess to your point, sometimes popularity can determine popularity, but I've never seen people support a bad product for a long time. Unless the product got better. So our okay, so this maybe let's throw this in there, right? Let's throw this in the argument. Let's say, do you think people block people that provide from winning that provide a better product than them if they're already in position? Am I saying that right? Maybe I need to say that again. I don't know. Like, do you think people in position block people that have a better product than them? It's based solely on personal issues they have from past experiences versus actual talent. Um, I do think ooh, I do think a lot of people do make emotional decisions in business. And maybe I'm a little different because I used to do shit I ain't had no business doing. To where like I would do business with people I didn't like because it was good business. Like I don't have to like you to do good business, or like I don't know. I can separate the emotion from the product. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the city support does come from people knowing you, whether it's good product or not. Um, okay. I would argue that Brianna, to your point, I would argue that there are a lot of people that support mediocre popular products. Shut up, Squirt. Nah, but I don't know, yo. Like, but like, this is support is such a. I say that because I love you, man. Go, man. Drop link. Drop a link in the and drop the link to the fucking shit in the comments, Squirt. Maybe you'll get that one view. But no, seriously. Why? All right. So let me ask you this then. Let me ask this: Is it? Do you think it's hard for people to support a quality product that's not popular? Jakil says that's the problem, fam. People put too much emotion in it and don't just worry about the business in it until you out of there. Then they want to act like they mess with you after you on. So, and Squirt, is that in response to what I asked? Oh, like, is it? Do you think it's hard for people to support quality if it's not already popular? Like to me, so I guess this makes me ask another question. Are people asking for people to support the person or the product? If Brianna says if they only focus on clout, then yeah, but I would support whether it's popular or not. Okay. If it's already, Squirt says if it's already popular, no, it's not hard to support. Yeah, popularity. It's easy to support popularity. That's easy. Um, yeah, a lot of consumers are ants. I most definitely support it if it works for me, like mushroom coffee. Again, so that's what I was talking about earlier, right? Say for example, if I provide a product that doesn't make sense for your lifestyle, I can't necessarily expect you to support my product, right? Um, um, so Jakil says, man, if Augusta got behind artists in Atlanta, like Atlanta, get together, and we will be good. We got enough talent here. We don't have to pay artists to come here. We got that. All right. So here's the thing, right? I think there is a lot of talent in Augusta, right? But I think a lot of the talent hasn't made the right product, and that could be a harsh statement to some. Bro, I see. I don't know. I'm so yeah, like boba tea is extremely overrated. I don't like balls busting in my mouth. That shit kind of weird. So okay, and like I said, like in my personal opinion, as a lover of music, there's only man, this is gonna piss some people off. Um, I feel like a lot of the talent in Augusta hasn't made the right product. I don't know, man. Like I take the emotion out of it. Like I'm a person that believes good dope sell itself. Sometimes it just sells slow. I don't think they fuck with Big Pluto. I think they fuck with the hook. I mean, 'cause I'm. What other Big Pluto songs they playing? But see, hold on. I think see that's a. Uh, and then see this conversation is such a slippery slope, but it needs to be had, right? So, like for example, I know some talented producers, engineers, etc. Right? But Here's the thing. They make a living doing that shit, but they not popular, and they do a lot of good work for a bunch of shitty people, and they make a living off music. And I hate using rap as an example because ultimately I like using business as an example. But like again, popular don't mean good. Popular don't mean long. Popular don't mean lucrative. Like real hustlers who didn't focus on emotions and popularity, straight business. Exactly. It's way more talented female artists in the city, but if they made the same song, motherfuckers in Augusta probably would say what the fuck they on. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's a slippery slope, G. It's a slippery slope. I feel like there's so many ways to argue it, right? Um, um, mm, okay. So see, this makes me still want to ask the question, right? Because I'm glad we're having this conversation. This makes me want to ask the question like, what is niggas searching for? Like, is it virality? Is it you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you talking about commercial rappers, right? If you talking about mainstream, the best rappers ain't the most popular. Like Kendrick just got to that like rapidy rap nigga number one. Like, even though he always been a great rapper, you feel me? Like he's never been up until like the last couple of years. He wasn't always the most popular motherfucker. Great rapper, but not necessarily the most popular amongst, I guess, the hood rap community or whatever the fuck. I guess being like a conscious rapper wasn't the most popular type of rap, if that makes sense. But my thing is this, right? Why isn't the focus more on who fuck with you rather than who fuck with you where you from? Like even like Squirt or Roderick. Like for example, I always get on you about right about when you be going on your little rants about support, right? And I'm like, nigga, fuck with who fuck with you. So it is virality. Is that what it is? that shit's so hard for me, bro, because and again, maybe my expectations of people are just too low. You know what I'm saying? Like my mind is more focused on okay, I want yeah, you can give me an opportunity or give me a chance rather because you fuck with me as a person. But I don't expect you to come back to fuck with me if I didn't give you a good product after that. Like you gave me your your love off the strength, right? You gave me your love off the strength. But if I didn't give you a good product, I can't expect you to come back. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, Blue. I mean, I feel like this. I know how you talk. So I'm not really like that. Don't really bother me. But for those who may not understand how you talking, it could come off a little aggressive. But um, again, like I feel like I feel like begging for local support. See, okay, and here's where I be fucking up because I'm one of them harsh truth kind of niggas. So I say words that are a little bit harder than what's necessary. I just don't. So how do you ask for support without begging or without it sounding like begging or complaining? You know what I'm saying? So Trip says I don't drop music at all, but I can't go anywhere with somebody knowing without knowing me or knowing of me from either Tubi movie music or my GFX or graphics. I'm genuine. You can't be in a cave and pop out and expect people to jump behind you. You gotta show love to get support back. Um, that's very true. And simply shouting out the city in your music isn't enough. Okay, all right. So to be petty, you gotta have your boots on the ground. And I believe that with any business, right? Like I want to earn your support. I want to earn your support. And that means to me, by providing a product good enough to make you want it for yourself. Is that fair to say? Like I don't want to ask you for your support. I want to earn your support. You know, I want to earn your support. I don't want to ask for it. You know, like for example, AE the Cool. AE the Cool has never asked me to come to one of her shows. Never. I came because she's fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not finna. Well, I feel like in business, period, you got to be your own billboard. Be your biggest supporter. Cause I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm a believer in when it comes to business. If I make you want it, I can charge you anything. If I'm asking you, I have to basically give it away. You know what I'm saying? Like I, I don't know. Maybe that's just my hustle. I want you to want it. I mean, you gotta sell yourself, and then you can't expect somebody to want something they don't know you selling. And again, like I hate using rap as an example. I'd rather use business. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause niggas be feeling hit, and I don't know. When you I don't know. I just believe people gotta want it, man. It's easy to sell something to somebody they already want, and get and for them to support you. Now, if you in the business of making products people don't want, and you expect them to want it, that's counterproductive. Exactly. That mean I can charge you if you want something from me. I can charge you whatever I want. And sometimes support from a business standpoint. Sometimes you got to show you. Sometimes you got to give a good product away for them to want to pay for it. But you got to show them it's good. You got to show them it's good. Just because you made it, don't make it good. That's why most people sell food because people always gonna be hungry. And shoot, you can say that about a lot of things. But food is a very emotional field to be in. But again, like selling food don't mean I should support you though. I can go anywhere and find some food. Just because you sell food don't mean I want your food. And just because you sell food don't mean you should expect me to buy your food. There's a few people that I would buy food from. They just ain't in my proximity, so I don't buy no food. But I support them. Like, um, maybe, but when it comes to business, I don't feel like we should be. asking for support. That's what politicians do. Politicians go around begging. You want to be a politician or a businessman? Help me understand. Which one are you? You want to be a politician or a businessman? Because them the only them the it's homeless people and politicians that walk around begging every day. Shit, I ain't even asked y'all to like, share, or subscribe. Goddamn. And when you look, Trip says, and when you look at Augusta from a music standpoint, Augusta has 1,000 different types of music here, from soul to rock music. Your target audience might not even be what you're shooting for most of the time, and that's true. I mean, Augusta's very music saturated. Yeah, little do people know. You know, there are plenty of people in this city I know for a fact make money playing the make a living playing the instrument, and that's all they do. But if you were to walk past him right now, you wouldn't know who he was. And he drive a Mercedes. He can, he party like a rock star, all that shit. But my thing is, what do you want? I mean, like, are we looking to get paid? Like, is it again? That's why I keep going back to business. Are we looking to make money? Are you looking to just be popular? Cause popular don't mean rich neither. 'Cause rich broke a real thing. Now. Remember that. Rich broke real. So I guess so. From an artist standpoint, what do niggas be wanting? What do y'all want? Streams from your hometown? You want to get booked from your hometown? Do you just want your hometown to shout you out on the internet? Like, what do niggas be wanting? Cause I mean, man, Russ ain't popular, but that nigga sell tickets. You know what I mean? Like, what? And that's what I would agree with, Brianna. I would agree with support any way it comes. You know, um, I think we got to take feelings out of it. I feel like everybody should have a love for what they do. I don't feel like you should expect everybody to love it like you do. honestly, at this point, brother, it's a toss up. I think people just want to be included. Folks be trying to submit to these shows and the music they submit don't even fit the venue. That's facts too. I mean, you gotta cater to your audience, whatever that audience is. I also feel like support may come with consistency. Support may come with timing. Um, Popular don't mean people like you. Um, some people could be popular for the wrong reasons. Um, I feel like the focus shouldn't be on who isn't and should be solely on who is and build on that. I feel like people that like you um, know other people that may like you too. Uh, Sometimes getting the love from your hometown is probably the hardest. I can say that too. And some depending on what you do, getting the love from your hometown may be the hardest place to get it from. What I will say is that you shouldn't quit. I don't feel like you should bitch. Um, I feel like it's an opportunity to get better. And those who like the product will support it. And those who don't won't. And I think both things are okay. And shit, I think we'll leave it there, man. I don't think we should be asking for support. I think support is earned, not given. Um, for those who do want to feel the love, I think that comes with uh, the journey of getting better at your craft, whatever that may be, building your business, um, whatever you're expecting that love from, I guess. But I would say, folks, man, continue to push through. Worry about those who do like you, and fuck those that don't. Other than that, shit, be safe, man. I'll holler at y'all.